It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bengals and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Stanley Morgan. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So not only the... Up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much. He's marked down officially at the 21. At their own 21-yard line. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game. coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. Nifty move. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Ham, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
57's the match. Watch 57.
Now Cook. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Six yards left on second down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, 34 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Great bring Joseph on for the extra point. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Vikings score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man, Wilson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On play action, it's Kaepernick sliding out of the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Colin Kaepernick. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it down.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Burrow loses the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Wiggles free. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 24 yards for Dalvin Cook. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think. You'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's tackled a yard. Short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Burrow. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Nwangu now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Wilson now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. Well, Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. Now Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Flush to his right. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Joseph's got it. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take him. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
We're paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks. I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down, and he slings one that's incomplete. Former first-round pick, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down, so now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10. Throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. First down, here's the run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
On 2nd down, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
The return man, Wilson.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up. And you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going to let it go again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Think about it, though. That interception, great. Stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Joseph. Now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Two plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Now it's Wilson.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. coverage, that would be a big play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team... they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he spins through, sheds off the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Chandler, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins here to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler, runs through the contact. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is hungry.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Wilson now on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped.